The spring now into the summer and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
It's a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl. The Pats and Panthers are underway. Unable to corral him. He fights through. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their second-year quarterback now, the #1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
And he's certainly coming off a very tough rookie campaign, but he showed flashes of why he was the #1 overall pick. Now starting over in year 2 with a brand new coaching staff, I expect Bryce Young to show the world his talents in full.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Young will set to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To the air once more, Young. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Thielen going to go in motion right. Now Young. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Brooks. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Looking to throw, Young. This ball taken in here by Brooks. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. Throwing, Young. Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Patriots getting ready to take over on offense and leading them out in his second go-around as a Patriot, their 9th-year quarterback, Jacoby Brissett.
And we're talking about one of the true professionals in every sense of the word at the quarterback position, because when he's on the field, he gives your team a chance to win. But coming up, he was behind Tom Brady in New England and learned how to be a pro from him, and now he's willing to pass those lessons on. Yes, he wants to be the starter, but he's more than able to help those behind him if they're willing to put the time in.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Brissett. Hunter Henry brings it in. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Brissett sets to throw it. Douglas with a grab over the middle. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw, Brissett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Here's Brissett. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Brissett. Over the middle, complete. It's Baker. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Gibson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 7-7, our score after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. First try for the right arm of Dalton here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Moore, the man in motion. Throwing, Dalton. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Now looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Now they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do, is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't. But for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off, beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken at the 15. Shoves him aside. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Andy Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here's a 2nd and 5. Dalton. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Dalton now to pass. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. In motion right is Mingo. This will be Dalton again. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. Oh, what a move. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Dalton off play action. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. To throw here, Dalton. That caught by Tremble. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Sanders. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Dalton here from the gun. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are able to extend their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New England's offense set to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. From the gun, it's May. That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 3rd and 8. Throwing here is May. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Andy Dalton and his offense back out there now. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Play action here with Dalton. That pass complete to Moore. So no gain on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. In motion right is Mingo. Passing, it's Dalton. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken right around the 44. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Looking to throw, May. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but Plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Once more, Gibson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. Escapes the defender. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Facing short yardage on 3rd down, but he was able to pick up a very sizable gain.
He certainly was, and I think that maybe they were fooled a little bit because you and I both know this is a passing league, and that's not normally a running down, and they fooled him with it. Safety had to make the play. Otherwise, he's still running, and the next thing, he runs right into the goalpost.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw with May. And this one's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, May with it. Got his man. It's Thornton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or...
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Antonio Gibson ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots have got it back to within a score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Right back to Hubbard. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In motion left goes a tight end. There's Trimble, the tight end. Touchdown! Tommy Trimble. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. So he'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. Yeah. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Here's May. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A give up the middle to Gibson. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Hands it off out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And just shutting him off there. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Zone infraction, defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He completes this one to Mingo. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. A give running right. It's Hubbard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Dalton now to pass. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Hubbard diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. To throw, it's May. Completes this one to Thornton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. From the shotgun, it's May. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. To the air, May. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Over the middle, complete. It's Baker. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Here now, 2nd and goal. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bell. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Now, worth reminding at this point, no overtime in the preseason, but that may not come into play here in a 2-score game late. He gets this to Thornton. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Throwing here is May. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.